Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're going to be doing another viewer requested review. You see, a few weeks back I asked a question in one of my videos if any of my viewers would be interested in seeing a review of a rotary tool. Well, surprisingly enough, many of you guys responded telling me that you would very much like to see a review of a rotary tool. The consensus was that you wanted a strong, durable tool that would not break your wallet. Something comparable to a Dremel, but without the high cost. Well, I came across this rotary tool kit that brings the rotary tool plus a bunch of accessories for half the price of what a Dremel toolkit would cost you. It also seems to have the same specs as a Dremel 8220, so I decided to get this kit to do a review for you guys. And since I didn't know if 110 pieces was enough for you guys, I also decided to get this 357-piece accessory kit, also from Apexforge, at a really great price. So let's unbox these two guys and see how they perform. But before we do that, if you enjoy watching honest tool and product reviews plus helpful DIY projects, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time I produce another product review video or DIY video. Alright, here's a shot of the box for you guys. Let me unbox these guys and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so when you unbox this guy, this is everything you get. Now this is the Apexforge M12 Cordless 12-volt Rotary Toolkit, available on Amazon, link in description below. And this is the Apexforge M0 357-piece Accessory Kit, also available on Amazon, link in description below. At the time of making this video, the Rotary Toolkit retails for $76.99, and it also has a 15% discount coupon on the Amazon page, so take advantage of that. The accessory kit, on the other hand, retails for $36.99, and it also has a 10% discount coupon on its Amazon page, so I suggest you take advantage of that. We'll talk more about this in a little bit. Let me get out of the way. So basically, Apexforge has a lot of different rotary tools that you can pick from. This just happens to be the one that I picked, but you can choose whatever other one they have available if a different one suits your needs better than this one. They do have corded ones, they do have smaller ones. Pick the one that best suits your needs. So what do you get in this kit when you open it up? Well, you get the rotary tool kit itself, you get a nice little storage case to keep it all in, and it has a nice exterior, but it has a stiff interior, so it keeps everything nice and secure and well protected. It's kind of a hybrid between a blow molded case and a soft case. So there you go. And you also get a USB-C charger, because this guy has USB-C connector, making it charge even faster than you normally would. And it has a couple of attachments right there for doing all sorts of different things, and the 110-piece accessory kit also included, which brings all sorts of great attachments inside there for sanding, carving, engraving, all sorts of stuff already included with the kit. This might be enough for some of you guys, but I didn't know if it would be or not, so that's why I got the other accessory kit along with it. So the dimensions on this guy are 10 inches by 2¼ inches, and it only weighs 1.3 pounds. It's not too big, not too small, not too heavy. It's a convenient size, but like I said, if you want something smaller, they do have other ones available as well. This guy is powered by a 12-volt, 2,000 milliamp lithium-ion battery that uses USB-C to charge it, so it only charges in about an hour or so. This guy also has 5 speeds to choose from, ranging anywhere from 8,000 RPMs all the way up to 35,000 RPMs, and it has a nice little LED display that I'll show you in a moment that tells you exactly what speed you're in. This guy also uses a universal chuck that is compatible with all accessory shanks, anywhere from 1/64 all the way up to 1/8 of an inch. The 110 accessories that are included with it, like I said, are great for carving, drilling, sanding, polishing, all sorts of good stuff. That's what a rotary tool is really good for. Now, as far as the bigger kit that we have here, this guy right here, let me show you everything that comes in this guy. It also comes in a nice storage case to keep it all in, and you get a lot of different kits in here. 357 pieces, all sorts of great stuff in there. I'm not going to list off every single item that's in here, but you can see it right there, and I'll put up a graphic on the screen. That way you get an idea of everything that's included in here. But these guys are universal, and they should work with any rotary tool on the market, including tools from Apexforge, Dremel, Black & Decker, Harbor Freight, and many other tool brands out there. So very convenient to have on hand. If that's not enough for you, get a bigger kit. It is a pretty good price, and you can do a lot more things with your rotary tool. So this rotary tool and the accessories are perfect for cutting, drilling, carving, shaping, sanding, polishing, engraving, and many more DIY projects. These rotary tools are excellent for getting into really tight places where larger tools could normally not operate. So we'll take a closer look and then we'll do some testing and see how this guy performs. Alright guys, so let's take a little closer look at the unit itself. In case you're interested in this guy, you know exactly what you're looking at. So here we have the brand new tool here at the bottom, and for comparison I have my old trusty Black & Decker up above it. That way you can see as far as size comparison, and the one thing is this guy also has a cord, which this guy does not. So it's going to take up a little bit more room because you need space to have a battery in here with the motor and all that kind of good stuff. This one doesn't need it because it plugs right into the wall. This guy is pretty darn old, over 20 years old. I've had this guy forever. I don't even remember when I got it. It's been that long, but it's worked out for me just great all this time. It's done a fantastic job. I still have it, but I got this guy for you guys. So anyway, so let's take a little closer look at this guy right here. And the blue, by the way, is a nice comfort grip so it won't slip out of your hand. Keep a nice firm grip on it whenever you're holding on to it. All the controls are right here up above. There's your lock right there for when you're locking the spindle to put different bits in it. That's your on-off slider right there. That is your power level indicator right there, what speed you're going at. That is your speed control, and that is your battery level indicator right there. All these guys will light up, and I'm going to show you right now how they light up. And it always seems to default to the medium speed. I noticed that. I turned it on a couple times, and if you slide this up here and turn it on, you see, it always starts off in the medium speed. Even when you turn it all the way down, it defaults back to medium. Now, that's not a good or a bad thing. It doesn't matter either way. I'm just pointing it out so that you notice. I just noticed that. There's your battery level indicator down here. And like I said, your power level up there. And you can go further down or highest level right there. And that's the highest level. And that's fairly quiet. That is really a quiet motor right there. Let me turn that off. Let me show you my Black & Decker so you get an idea. And this is in the medium mode right there. You see I have it in medium? Let me turn this guy on. That has always been a rather noisy little tool. Let's see right there. That is the high mode. So even in the low mode, this guy is much noisier than this guy from Apexforge. So this is really nice. Very nice quiet motor that this guy has. Much less annoying to use this guy than my old one. So let's put some bits and stuff on it and test this guy out, see how it performs. Alright guys, so let's do a little bit of testing and see how this puppy performs. So one of the things that rotary tools are really good at is cutting. Cutting metal is one of the things that they're best at. So we're going to cut this big thick nail right now. I'm going to put it in this vise and we're going to cut it and see how it performs. Some rotary tools hesitate. I've tested some in the past that just didn't do a very good job when it comes to cutting metal. So let's try this guy out and see what it does. And one thing also to point out is, you see this vise right here? If you like restoration videos, I did a restoration of this vise a few years ago. When I found this, it was like a boat anchor. It was so rusty and disgusting, it was a piece of junk. But I stripped it down and I brought it back to life and made it look beautiful like you see today. I'm going to put up a link in the corner. If you want to go see the restoration of this vise, you can check out that video afterward. Anyway, so let's see how this guy performs. I put a cutting wheel in the head right there, as you can see. And one cool thing this unit brings is a shield with it, a plastic shield, a clear shield you can see through it, and that way you can prevent any of the sparks from going anywhere, and it rotates any position you want it to go. That way you can prevent the sparking from going wherever it is. You may have something flammable around, or you don't want to hurt your eyes with the sparking. So that's one good thing you should put on here when you're doing cutting and stuff like that. So let's see, I'm going to put this guy right now. Let's start off a little bit above higher than the medium speed and see how that performs so we can cut through this guy. So we're all set up right now. Let's see what it can do. Let's go a little faster and do some cutting. And there you have it, guys. There you have right there. It's pretty hot, so I'm not going to touch it, but that's the head of the nail right there. You can see I just cut that guy off without any trouble whatsoever. So that's the beauty of this guy. It cut right through. You can see a nice clean cut right there. And you can see right there a very good clean cut. And still in one piece. Very nice. It did a great job. And there's no cord to hassle with. Very convenient right there. Let's try something else. Alright guys, so this time let's try cutting a clear piece of plastic. This is some kind of polycarbonate, Lexan, something like that. Really good plastic, flexible and so forth. You really can't cut this with a blade or a knife. You generally have to use a rotary tool to be able to cut it, because with blades and knives, it'll shatter. So that's a big problem there. So let's try cutting it with this guy, see how it performs. And this is some scrap that I have lying around. I've already cut this previously with my other rotary tool. So let's cut it with this guy and see what it can do. And there you have it right there, a nice clean cut. Obviously plastic always bulges up over the edge, but still, that is a clean cut. You can see it right there. That is a very nice clean cut it gave that guy right there. And I'm not doing it under optimal conditions. I'm holding it on the vise here. It's kind of flexing a little bit, but I'm just showing you guys how I can cut through there. And it still did a good job. So that's not a problem right there. You can use this guy very efficiently for cutting plastic and so forth. Let's try something else. Alright guys, another great tool that comes with this guy, another attachment that comes with it to make more use out of your rotary tool is this depth gauge and cutting edge, which basically stabilizes your bit right there so you can cut evenly through anything you want to cut. And it has a depth gauge to it so you can adjust it to whatever depth you want. Let's say for cutting drywall like this. I have a scrap piece of drywall right here and I'm going to cut a hole in it right now. But one thing that rotary tools are very useful for is cutting into drywall instead of a saw or a big bulky tool. You want to cut like a big hole in it for like an electrical outlet or something like that, pull out your rotary tool and you can cut through it very, very easily instead of having a knife or a blade or something that'll give you all sorts of uneven edges. This guy works really well. And with the depth gauge, you know that you won't go too far and you won't cut any electrical wires or plumbing or anything that may be behind the drywall. Most of the time it's just empty space, but you just never know. So that's why you use this guy and cut through it very easily. So let me set this guy up right here so we can cut through this guy, and then we'll just cut through it right now and see what it can do. So there we go. I adjust the thickness of it, and let's turn this guy on and cut a hole in this drywall. And there you go right there. A little bit of dustiness and so forth, but a perfect hole right there. You can see I cut a nice hole through it, and I didn't have any kind of marking, so it's a bit random. Obviously, if I had marked it out, I could have made a nice cleaner hole for you guys to be able to see it. But right there, let me put it that way so you can see a little bit better. There you go. A nice cut right there. No trouble whatsoever. Didn't damage anything in the back, anything in the front. Nice straight cut. Obviously, it's better if you mark it out, then you can follow the marks and get a better, cleaner cut. But there you see, it really doesn't mangle anything. Did a good, clean job if it was really important to you. Not in this case, but if it was, this tool can make your job a whole lot easier. And another great use for rotary tools is as a drill. These guys are universal that can do pretty much anything. That's why this time we're going to test it with a drill bit using it as a drill. So I have a thin piece of wood right here so you can see it going through the wood, but you can drill into just about anything. Obviously adjust the speed based on the thickness and what you're drilling into. But let's try drilling into this guy right now so you guys can see how it performs. Let's try something a little thicker. I know some of you guys are going to say that was just a little too weak, so let's try something thicker. How about a 2x4? How about that? Let's do that. you go. You couldn't see it coming out the other side, but you saw that I buried it all the way up to the hilt right there. So it obviously went all the way into there, and it cut it with no trouble whatsoever. It drilled into it with no trouble at all. So there you go. Alright guys, there you have it, another viewer requested review. This time a review and demonstration of a good quality and affordable rotary tool from Apexforge. If you're looking for a good Dremel alternative, I think this is a great kit for the money. This kit brings the 12-volt cordless rotary tool and a lot of accessories at a much more affordable price than the Dremel kit. This unit has the same specs as the Dremel 8220 12-volt rotary tool, but at half the price. If the 110 pieces that are included in the kit are not enough for you, check out the 357-piece accessory kit. These accessories seem to be really good at a very affordable price. They are much better than the Harbor Freight accessory kit that I tested a few years ago. That was a total disappointment. This accessory kit from Apexforge functioned properly and is just as affordable as the Harbor Freight kit. So there you have it, a great cordless rotary toolkit and accessory kit for just about any task that you want to throw at it without having to pay the high cost of a Dremel. Check out their Amazon page for complete details. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.